Welcome to the Volquest Stock Report on this Missouri week. Taking a look back at last weekend's 59-3 win over UConn. However, stock up for you this week.
Stock up for me is just the leadership and the maturity of this football team. UConn was a bit of a trap game. Tennessee was never going to lose it, but it was a game where you could kind of let them hang around and sort of not play well after 3 long weeks, 3 physical weeks of SEC play. Tennessee came out and did exactly what they needed to do, Austin. They got their starters off the field. They put a team away early, like the maturity and the leadership this football team showed last week.
I got two stock ups this week. We'll start with Squirrel White, who continues to be Tennessee's best receiver. You date back to the Alabama game, he was fantastic. Continued that on Saturday. He's been Mr. Big Play the last little bit, and that's big for this offense. I mean, Tennessee's yards per attempt, their yards per catch, the last few weeks has grown, and I think that helps the overall offense, especially when teams start to finally say, okay, we got to actually stop the run on this team, or they'll gash us. And so this just, makes it hard to kind of focus in on, keeping things close to the line of scrimmage. So Squirrel White stock up for me. And the other stock up's McCallan Castles. He came into this program from UC Davis. He's been fantastic, and they continue to use him. He's got 3 total touchdowns on the year. Just love what he brings. He's got an infectious smile, infectious personality from just kind of a guy in the room, guy in the locker room type of thing. But his play on the field has been really, really good, and just definitely stock up for me. Stock down for you.
Yeah, stock down for me is just Tennessee's ability to defend the middle of the field. The lack of pass rush, I think, has certainly hurt them. Now they got home, didn't get home, but they created problems with their pass rush to start the second half against UConn, and it forced the 2 interceptions. But the slant pattern was there for UConn really effectively in the first half. Obviously, Kentucky threw it over the middle a great deal. Tennessee's got to get an inside push, and get in the quarterback's face, try to take some of that middle of the field away. Tennessee's got to play it better up front in the pass rush. They got to play it better in the back end with their linebackers and safeties.
I'm not going to go stock down this week. I just felt like being positive. I felt like that would be,
Uh,
leave it to you to be negative.
Mr.
Um,
Rosie and Sunshine, everything's great. Good for you,
that's
man.
why I
It's the
went to
Christmas spirit.
That's why I went 2 stock ups. Stock stagnant for me is going to be Tennessee's pass rush. Not being able to get home against Alabama and Kentucky. A little more active this week, but what's it look like at Missouri? Do they call holds if Missouri holds? And do they just get the ball out of Cook's hands so fast that it puts it out on the outside and doesn't allow Tennessee's you know uber aggressive defensive line to get going? So to me, it's stock stagnant on the defensive line. What about stock stagnant for you?
Yeah, for me, even though they played four quarters at Kentucky and put the football game away in the fourth quarter, I still want to see this team on the road go out and play 4 quarters and not have that hiccup, not have that second quarter at Florida, that third quarter at Alabama. Can this team, when things don't go real well, there's that lull, can they fight through the lull faster? Can they avoid those critical mistakes like they had in the Alabama game? On both sides of the ball. So for me, it's just about them going out on the road in the SEC against a quality opponent in a big game and playing full 60 minutes like they did against Kentucky.
He is Brent Hubbs. I'm Austin Price. This has been the Volquest Stock Report for this Missouri week.